All right, and we are live. Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Thought I would sit down, do a current events for you guys and gals. So looking through my stuff to see what some of the other YouTubers are out there saying. And I came across a video that Thomas DeLauer made this week. And I don't always agree with Thomas DeLauer. I feel like he does a lot of trendy, ridiculous nonsense at times. He has his own issues, but he does get a lot of stuff right. And this is a case of Thomas DeLauer getting one right. Did it just reload my chat? Hey, everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. It's time for current events in the online fitness community, and that's what I thought I would do for you guys. No, we're not going to do a natty or not every day, but we are going to discuss this video Thomas DeLauer made this week, and this falls into my area of interest, and that is alcohol, because I look at all the sum total data, and I don't believe there is any safe amount of alcohol to drink. I happen to agree with the leading scientists around the world on that. So we're going to jump into that. I'm going to ignore pretty much all trolling and all of these for a bit. I'm not going to read their questions. They're free to post. I'm not going to answer their stuff or engage. We're going to stick to the topics. We're going to stick to fitness. We're going to stick to relevant topics, though. But let's get over and talk about Thomas. I'm not going to rip Thomas on this one. There's stuff I could rip Thomas DeLauer on. But, you know, when someone is right, they're right. And you have to give credit where credit is due. And he made a video about and I'm not answering troll questions, guys. Sorry. So with the research that Thomas discussed, and I linked the video down below. I linked it so you guys can see it. He discussed that there's research out there showing the effects of alcohol on histamine. We know what all the other stuff is. We know that alcohol, even in moderation, absolutely causes cancer. There is causation. Even one drink a month is enough to cause a measurable increase in cancer risk, all those things. We know this. This isn't even subject to debate anymore. Very well documented. So anyone who is promoting alcohol is anti-fitness. So any fitness influencer who's telling you it's okay to drink in moderation is harming people with their message. They are causing direct harm. And whether we want to argue about whether they're bad people or not, is not the point, but they are doing harm. Okay. They are doing harm, and it may not be intentional, but they are doing harm to people. So the data that he showed was that alcohol can cause a larger histamine response in the body, meaning when you consume it, you get more histamine gets formed in the GI tract. There's also a case of with alcohol that you can get, your body has more of a problem clearing out histamine. So what does this mean? This means larger problems with inflammation. It means larger problems with allergic reactions, larger problems with a lot of other stuff there. I need to watch the one with Lane. I was going to watch that next. I will get to the Lane one, by the way, guys. I will address it. Okay. So over to the point Thomas pointed out, yeah, it can create all sorts of inflammatory and autoimmune cascades through your body downstream, right? It can cause a whole cascade of problems downstream. Larger allergic reactions, larger inflammatory responses to certain things in your body. I mean, this is problematic. And this is stuff I wasn't even aware of. Like we all know, I mean, I knew about all the cancer stuff. I've discussed all that. That's what the WHO and everything else says. And so when I'm telling you guys this stuff, I'm not telling you this to be a dick. I'm not trying to take your fun. I'm telling you there are very substantial documented risks to the alcohol. And the problem we have is that we as a culture have been indoctrinated to believe that we need it for fun, that we need it for well-being. And we really don't, guys. It really and truly is a poison that you're being given. You're literally being poisoned by this stuff. And you can choose to not believe that. It's your right to choose not to believe it and be in denial of it, but it doesn't change the reality of it. And so I do appreciate the fact that someone like Thomas is putting out the information on that, right? That he's putting out the information telling people, hey, you know, these are other health risks we didn't even know about from alcohol. And so a lot of times, if you're even a casual drinker or a heavy drinker, and you know you're having problems with different allergies or inflammatory responses in the body, it literally could be the alcohol causing it. I'm drinking milk, guys. I drink a lot of fat-free milk at the moment. because milk is anabolic. It helps you burn fat, helps you build muscle. It's the ultimate sports drink. All right. So let's get over to real questions. I'm going to ignore any nonsense trolling. Okay. Hey, JT, man, dude, you're free to drink, but it really isn't healthy. The same thing for you, Rackpool. If you guys choose to drink, that's your business. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but I will tell you that it's harming your health. Now, do you have a right to harm your health? Dr. Rackpool, do you have a right to harm your own health if you so choose? You do. It's your body. If you choose to do that, that is your right. Just be aware that that's what's happening. Okay. Our canal been sober 15 years. So, hey, man, they do. That's awesome, man. Coming up in February, I will have not had a drink of alcohol in 6 years. 6 years. So, Roland, cow milk is breast milk, technically. It comes from the breast of the cow. Dun, dun. Everyone has a right to cheat, to pin themselves to cheat. Yeah, they who do, Brotan. You're right. If they so choose, that is their choice. As long as they're educated on what the risks are, then there you go. But that's the thing. When it's coming to the alcohol, I'm simply putting out information telling people, hey, these are what your risks are. What you choose to do with that is your own business. So let's get over to Rifles is worst thing that happens to Hangover. No, not really, dude. Not really, man. The worst thing that can happen would be cancer. The worst thing that could happen is a fatty liver, cirrhosis of the liver. Cancer is pretty bad, dude. I mean, and let's be realistic. All right, Rackpool. Have you ever seen anybody die of cancer? And I mean that is a serious question. I have. I've watched somebody die of cancer. I can tell you it is bad. Like it is not the way you want to leave this world. Right? It is not the way you want to go out. All right. So let's see, what do we got here? Da-da. Da-da. Thoughts on vegan gains saying you'll never bench as much as him. I mean, I'm sure I'll beat him in terms of relative strength at powerlifting meet. What's he benching these days? Is it a legit bench? I need to see what he's benching, if it would actually count or if it's some bounce or whatever he's doing. But people are saying he benched 410. So here's what I would challenge him with. Okay, I can try to go to toe with him, but it needs. No, it's 40 doesn't count. It has to be paused. Devin, a bench doesn't count unless it's raw and paused. I'm refusing to count it. Now, if on the other hand, he would like to issue an actual challenge, then he should issue an actual challenge and show a legit bench and say, Blaha, you can't do this. You won't catch me, but it needs to be a real bench. No sleeves, no touch and go, no ass off the bench. And if he can do that, then I need to accept that he dropped a gauntlet down, and then it may be a legit call out. Right? And then I would say to him, let's see him squat or deadlift what I do. Let's see him get within 100 pounds of it. Right? Legend, actually, the Surgeon General is discussing putting out a memo now to warn people about the cancer. So we also know that one drink a month is enough to increase cancer risk. Yeah, but Big, here's the thing. We need to see what he can do in that context. All right. So let's see what he can do. And so That's what I would say to Vegan Gains. If he wants to issue a challenge, then show a real bench press, put it up. And if I can't beat him, then I can't beat him. Then I accept it. But then by that same token, I will return with, well, Richard, let's see you hang with me on the really big lifts. Rotan, look at Lane's video. You're talking about certain types of liver toxicity. Hey, I'm talking about cancer. The cancer is well documented, right? Would you have a debate with Vegan Gains live? I'd consider it. I'd consider it. Vegan Gains is weak. Just ignore him. I mean, if I ignored everyone that's weak, I wouldn't be addressing half these people in my call-outs, would I? We wouldn't be addressing Frenchie. This is outrageous French accent. Now, I can't say that about Cubby. Cubby is actually strong. Like I can't take that away from him. Bro, we've linked all of it. Start with the who. Bro, if are you really serious, or are you just trying to be a troll? Bro, I mean, are you just trying to hate on me, or are you actually being dead serious? So if you go start looking, will you then admit that, hey, it is a problem? This is not Blaha making it up. So here's where I would tell you to start, simply because if you go to the WHO's website, they list numerous studies. So if you put the WHO, the World Health Organization's stance on alcohol and safety, there are tons of studies. There's meta-analysis, and you'll find expert reviews and everything. So yeah, it's pretty conclusive. Because I'm not going to research and pull up a study for you here. But if you start with where I told you, you will find it very, very fast. And you'll find meta-analysis and things on it. So it is really a real thing. It really is a real thing. I'm really not trying to yank your chain. So if you're actually really serious about wanting to know, that's all the rabbit hole you need to go with. Thoughts on Alpha Destiny backpedal on veganism after saying it's sustainable and better, but now he's eating meat again. Is he eating meat? Is he eating meat? I mean, I figured that would probably happen sooner or later. Dude, it's hard to make gains on an all plant-based diet. It really is. All right. Thoughts on Leo and longevity passing. I didn't like Leo. I'm going to be honest. Like, Leo really, talked smack about me. And then he put out horrible information. Like, Leo and longevity is telling people that lifting weights is bad for longevity. Come on, guys. Come on. Yeah, I'm still cool with Chris Jones. I talked to Chris the other day. I mean, in Messenger. We didn't talk in person. But yeah, his last live stream. Can someone give me a link to that, like with some timestamps? That might be worth addressing. I've never seen Frenchie go above 500. Dude, wasn't his 500 hitched in with straps? So not even a real deadlift, man. I mean, the dude, how's this guy going to talk trash on me? Like, seriously, he's really going to talk trash on me or my training or anything else? And the guy literally puts up numbers like that? Are we serious, dude? Come on. Right? No forearm gains. He has no forearms, and he was proud of his forearms. I've got decent forearms. What do you guys think? Are y'all going to claim fake forearms as CGI? All right, Blaha's got CGI running in the stream. Okay. NH making zero forearm. Exactly, man. It's. I don't get it, man. It wasn't a couple weeks, Brotan. I know what day I quit doing it. It definitely wasn't this month. Okay. Coach, you think you'll ever bench 405? I don't know. That might be a bit much. What do you think of Mike Israel's wife, Goth Mommy? Is she a goth? I didn't think she was a goth. Okay. Paul versus Mark Stubing. Who wins? Paul who? All right. What was your thoughts? I'm not going to discuss the Rona pandemic in my streams, dude. Okay. Actually, bro, that's not true. I know what day I quit it. It was around 5 weeks ago. All right. You guys watch the date of the last stream. I've documented all of it. All that fasted cardio was done on camera, either between here or Facebook. So simply pull up the last stream, and then you will see that you, sir, are incorrect. All right. I've seen natural hypertrophy do 455 for 4. I'm pretty sure you can do that for 20. I don't know about 20. Was it legit though? Was it legit, or was it all strapped up and hitching? Do you still use the recumbent bike for cardio? No, I use it to pain on. Do you think you'll deadlift 700? I doubt it. All right. I seriously doubt it. Coach, did you hear about the recent arrest? People get arrested every day. Could you be specific? Natural hypertrophy claims he is 6 foot tall. No, I don't think he actually is. Hey, Legend, ask your question a different way. How come you don't program curls? I train curls. I train curls pretty hard. Yeah, Roland, and I realized it was going to be a health compromise. Once I got to 600, I realized it was not worth it, which we discussed. Like that's not anything new. I discussed in detail that the health compromise was not going to be worth it to me. Is there any feminine men in powerlifting? I don't know. Maybe I've met some. Yeah. They got that main dude who's been messing with you, and he got passed out the flyers. Could you be specific, Abdul? And how do you know this? I haven't heard anything about this actually. Jason, bulk to 260, dude. It would be the death of me. That's way too heavy. I've never used grams of trend actually. What a weird comment. I mean, program curls the same as powerlifters because I don't want to do heavy triples. I think I need to stick with rep work. I mean, let's be realistic, Legend. Is trying to chase a big curl worth ripping a bicep? Come on, dude. That would be the end of me getting any bigger biceps, that's for sure. All right. Eric Kaneski versus living 5 more years. No, I don't have a sub 500 squat now. You literally saw me do 505 off of a 12-inch box. All right. Okay. Box squats are objectively harder than free squats. All right. I've set the goal to hit 550 this year on a normal squat, so we'll see what happens. I actually squat more without the box. Again, we demonstrated this years ago. You guys can't use the same thing over and over when I've already disproven it. It's not how it works. Thoughts on Burley Hawk West Side for Raw? I haven't seen the program, but Burley Hawk is a beast. I like Burley's information for the most part. I like Burley Hawk's info for the most part. What if a person bulks to 60% body fat, they're just going to be fat? Trains heavy for a year, then gets liposuction and there's a meat. That's not going to work, Marcio. You're only going to get a small amount. No, you guys will move the goalpost all the time. I will do some regular squats at some point this year on camera because I've set a goal of a 550 back squat. Okay. Do you think you're at your aesthetic best now, better in your earlier days? I'd say I'm definitely better now. All right. Yeah, Legend definitely better now. And I'm just going to ignore this nonsense. Don't even acknowledge it. But I'm going to let these people spam. It's free engagement. I'm not going to get in discussion of stewing and rosin. Like, what would be the point of that, Devin? Rice versus pasta versus potatoes for a clean supper time carbs. Okay, trying to remember what supper means. I think that's like dinner, right? So I guess that's your last meal of the day. I just know what people don't use that term that I know. So I'm going to assume your last meal of the day. It's going to depend upon your individual preferences, honestly. I think they can all have their place, right? They can all have their place. The guy said he's currently at which guy specifically, but it sounds like they are looking at some serious charges. Okay. Legend says dinner. So it's personal preference, honestly. It depends on what you're looking for in terms of satiety, what you need for war, vitamins, and everything else. The word fat actually comes through and he thinks it's filtered. Okay, you just got caught lying. Thoughts on block presses for lockout? I don't think you need lockout work, not for a raw lifter. Marcio says, I currently fast all day, then eat fast food for dinner. It works for me. Okay. Why fast food for dinner? I wouldn't recommend this approach personally. Okay. No, I will not buy Michael Hearn's duck eggs. Thoughts on fasting 20 hours a day, then break the fast with 150 grams of protein? I mean, you could certainly do 150 grams of protein powder breaking a fast. I don't see an issue with that. I think only having a 4-hour feed window is a little bit short. Right? It's dumb, but I'm young, get away with it. But I wouldn't recommend that you do that. Abdul, I don't know what you're talking. Which guy? That's not his real name. You're just talking in circles. You can't just say that guy, the main one messing with you. Which one, dude? That's not how it works. And how do you know this? All right. Marciano says, I like fast food. Okay, you're going to have some potential nutrient deficiencies. I'm just saying I wouldn't recommend this as a long-term strategy personally. I mean, I get it that you're getting away with it. It's working for you. So are you jacked and lean and healthy? Would be my first question to Marciano. Do you think you could pull 600 soon? Yeah. It wasn't that long ago when I was pulling 600 again. Can you do fast food plus multivitamins? I would not recommend that. No, that's not going to correct your vitamin deficiencies, and it's not going to deal with the inflammation and other problems you're going to have from the fast food. Why modern men need to feel guilty because of the height is not something we can choose. I don't understand what you're talking about. Hey, Alex, I mean, contrary to the rumors, I don't know how to relate to you guys being short. I don't have any experience, so I don't have any knowledge of the topic. Oh, that DP guy is who you're saying. Who said they got him? Okay. Do you like McDonald's? Nope. If I was going to eat a fast food or something, usually I would like Chick-fil-A actually. Josh Tipple, JT drinks and he's jacked. I don't know that he's that jacked. I mean, he's got a decent strength base. All right. I was talking about height. I was meaning the looks maxing movement, how it makes me feel guilty of their. I don't know anything about that movement, dude. Alexander, I'm sorry, we're outside of my wheelhouse. I have never spent 30 seconds of my life researching looks maxing. So, you versus RFK in a fight, who wins? He has bodyguards, and I don't want to fight, so he's probably winning that round. Is it okay to skip max effort lower days? Some days it feels back discomfort and goes straight to accessory work. I feel like I know the answer, just need some reinforcement. Back discomfort. Why is your back hurting? That's what you need to address, is that, rather than discussing skipping the max effort work. Okay. West Coast natural Wolverine drinks. He's also jacked. Didn't say you can't be jacked. I'm saying it's a health issue. All right. Legend says, would you ever organize a bodyguard patrol of fans to come guard your? No. What? Why? That is ridiculous. Jason, did you stop wearing squat shoes? I've been squatting mostly barefoot, actually. Six-foot men are feeling guilty and pathetic because of their height nowadays and limb. I don't understand. Alexander, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what you're referencing. I literally don't understand what you were talking about. 6 foot tall guys are feeling what? The fuck are you talking about, dude? Sorry, I'm trying not to cuss as much in here, but you're just typing random weird stuff. Is normally someone who asks normally training related questions. All right. What if Alex Leonidas sends his moves on thugs after you? Have self-defense, dude. Yeah, it's called Second Amendment. All right. What? Have you ever been in love with an older? What? No, definitely not happened. That's a strange one. That's different. All right. Arcane, you got to make up your mind. Did I work in natural gas or not? What are you talking about? I'm just myself. If people don't like what I do, and it's up to them. JT, you're cool with me, dude. I don't have an issue with you, honestly. I mean, you're a troll, but you're not a malicious troll. You know, you're just having fun. Like, there's a difference, dude. You're just a dude who's trying to have fun and make some jokes. Pepper Pig, Jason's okay to do deadlift first day of the week. Everyone does bench on Mondays. I don't mind doing deadlifts first for bench as bench on. Yeah, if you like programming it that way, there's nothing wrong with it. There's have a disc bulge been dealing with for years. That's why I run conjugate, because I feel less back fatigue since it's not heavy compounds for AMRAPs. Yeah, get a reverse hyper and build that area up more. I mean, if you can't do a max effort lift because your back is hurting, then obviously skip it. Do these guys have a life? No, Marciano, they clearly don't. Did I get platforms don't move? The boat, one time I did take a boat back instead of a helicopter, and yeah, I definitely got seasick. But platforms don't move, they're stationary. JT says, yeah, I'm cool with you, man. You're all right. Yeah, we're good, dude. Nashville hypertrophy has an Asian fetish. Yeah, I don't get why people have a specific fetish like that. I don't, whatever. If that's your thing, it's your thing. I don't get it. Alcohol is safer than steroids. No, I don't think that it actually is. Okay. Jason, did you hear anything? No, I have not heard anything. Abdul, you're the only person I've heard any of that from. So probably making it up. Hey, bro, Tan, my Meniere's was diagnosed after that. You already know this. All right. Yeah, my Meniere's wasn't diagnosed till I was over 30. So it's kind of a strange comment. All right. Let's get to some real questions. Man, now we're getting into all sorts of new legends that I've now supposedly had a fling with an older Asian lady. What? Atomic, they actually don't. Most of the stuff they come up with isn't even true. All right. Is it true that NH isn't even French and fakes his accent? Is outrageous French accent? I believe that he's faking it. I don't think he's actually French. What is uric acid in urine? It's uric acid. If you could take one internet friend to team up with you in a tag team match, so are we going to try to push me into? So what sort of tag team match is going to be WWF style wrestling? One internet friend. Give me a second. I mean, normally I would say someone like Clint, but he's getting older. Who's the most ridiculously freakish jacked? Wait, can I take a martial artist? Can I take my bro Silva? We're technically friends on the internet. Ryan would be good. He actually trains BJJ like as an instructor. So my bro Ryan, that's who I'd take. All right. Because he's about 6'3" in this decades of martial arts. I'm gonna go with that person. Right? I could just sit that one out and let him just do the whole fight pretty much. I think that would work. Then I don't got to get hit in the face. Well, Steve Shaw and I are not friends these days. And ignore the nonsense. What happened to you and Shaw? We fell out over the fake Merc thing. What do you think attracts people to NH's channel and have some form of cult following? I personally found him boring, can't stand half of what he says. Well, it's the whole incel community. Look at the people that he attracts. So it's like attracts like, you know. All right, like attracts like. Is anime for incels? I can't say that with certainty. No, there's a tendency towards it, Atomic, but I don't think we could say that as an absolute. We can't say it as an absolute, but there's certainly a tendency towards it. I mean, as a demographic, right? NH and Alex attract a lot of incels. I don't know why I'm getting the big toes are kind of incels too, though, and I don't know why they come here either. Thoughts on every damn day fitness going mentally insane? I haven't seen any of his stuff lately. I'm just going off what he said. Where did this supposedly said? Like you're saying, he said, where did this all happen? Why do people crap on your genetics? You look pretty jacked and succulent to me. Exactly, Atomic. It's ridiculous. It is just insane. It's mainly because they just hate me. It's like at Marcinus, yeah, people are crazy. It's just a weird obsession these people have. Right? It's a strange obsession they have. It's their own mental illness being projected. All right. Let's get some other real comments here. Let's see. Pepper Pig says, also, is it better to max out on squat and deadlift spread out or in the same workout? We could argue that a lot, Pepper. It's going to depend on the context of what's happening with your programming. Like for people who are only training maybe 3 days a week, I have them do their squat and deadlift, some of them on the same day. Some push-pull legs people, but some of them do their deadlift on pull day. I generally separate them, although we could argue that, say, for meet prep, getting ready for a meet, sometimes you may want to do them in the same day because you're going to have to compete in the same day, right? You're going to have to max out on both in the same day in a competition, right? Atomic, yes, because I am blocked. Harsh crowd in here today, right? Coach, you must have a mind to steal. Dude, it's just thick skinned at this point. I mean, the thing is, Atomic, I've been through so much stuff. It just doesn't faze me anymore. They're just not going to get a rise out of me. They can't. I mean, they're doing their best. I'll give them an A for effort, though. You know, I'll give them an A for effort. Dude, wait, my connection is unstable, kind of like me. All right, that's what it just said. Your connection is unstable. Reconnecting. All right, we are reconnected. I was feeling a little unstable for a minute there. All right. Did the snow blizzard collapse Houston? It did for a little bit. It's mostly melted. There's a little tiny few drops of snow still out on the ground, but it's mostly melted. Yep. They had all the schools and stuff closed this morning. It was like everyone made a big deal. People don't know how to handle the ice and snow here. They're not used to it. Thoughts on everyone using elbow wraps claiming it doesn't count, dude. If their elbows are wrapped up, it does not count. I'm not counting it. No one else should. And it doesn't count. Can you grow your back by doing 2 exercises only and maxing like 1 rep maxes? No. Right? Why did you decide to start going for the shaved head look? Do you recommend? 2 reasons, Atomic. Number 1, my hair was thinning anyways. Number 2, my psoriasis. Really goes for back. No, bent over rows are great, dude. Learning internet connection is unstable. Please wait while we try to reconnect. Okay. Do you moisturize your scalp? Moisturizing doesn't help with psoriasis. Yes, I do use lotions and things, but they don't do very much. No, I'm not going to tell you guys who I use, actually. Saved me a lot of trouble. Okay. Was Lane the most hostile hater? No, not the most hostile, but he invested the most resources. The man spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. All right. Do you need strong glutes? You need to get strong glutes in general for anything. Build your glutes, dude. Have strong glutes. What's the problem? You should have strong glutes. Yes, strong glutes will help you stabilize it more. I had severe psoriasis on the palm as a child, cleared up though and disappeared. I'm glad yours cleared up, man. Coach, hypothetically, if a lifter does chest and triceps on the same day, would a lifter make better tricep gains if he trained chest in the morning and triceps hours later? Subject to debate, but if he trains triceps first, we know your chest will grow slower on the only studies that looked at it. Code Destiny was not my channel, actually. Do you ever use drop tunings like C or D? Nope. Good morning's an incredible glute builder combined with reverse hypers. Yeah, reverse hypers really set it all off. I mean, deadlifts and squats are great, great glute builders. Okay. Forearm curls versus grippers, which makes forearms bigger? If you're looking for size between those two, probably the forearm curls. Probably forearm curls. But your grip work in general will help. Right? Did Stuping ever try to reach out? No, he didn't. He didn't. His mom did, and I kind of explained the situation. And she explained the situation and left it there. Hey, Ruger, I don't know what Antonio's doing with this business. What do you do for your spare time and fun? I have my other hobbies. Spend time with people I enjoy spending time with. Play guitar. Hang with my peoples. No, I don't think I'm a big fan of bodyweight pull-ups for 5 no, not really. I prefer to do weighted. Why are you into skinny girls so much? Why do you think I'm into skinny girls? Atomic, where's this Asian woman? I have no idea, dude. Again, first I've heard of it. Do you like swimming? Not really, no. No, Atomic, this is literally the first time I've heard that story. It'll be a new one somewhere now. I'm sure there'll be proof documented all over the internet with hours of documentaries. I'm not aware of it. Someone can't do 20 clean pull-ups. Yeah, you don't need to do 20 to add weight. Let's get some other real questions. Got a couple there. Is everything I haven't watched it really to know, but I'm assuming from what I can tell, 90% appears to be. Drew, so I don't know who that is. All right. Well, Abdul, do you enjoy the drama that comes from maybe a little? No, not really. Did you actually read through Practical Programming for Strength Training? I'm thinking it's not a fives book. I read it a very, very long time ago. It's not something I've read in a very long time. No, the blue book is Starting Strength. All right. But yeah, that's kind of their strategy, if you noticed, is to just throw enough crazy stuff at me so that they can say, if only 10% of this is true, you're a terrible person. If only 20% of this is true, then you're a terrible person. So they just throw enough bullshit at someone until it's like, and we'll see if any of it's true. And it can't all be lies. It's just ridiculous. It's a silly strategy. I mean, it works for their circles, but really no one gives a shit outside of their circles. Um, I don't know anything about that with Stu being Devin. I don't think anybody really cares, guys. Except y'all's a little weird circle, man. That's it. And LD50 says, yeah, if more people, it's like a textbook, incredible amount of info. If people spent half the time they put into trolling and to put into reading, they would be happier, more useful, and less insufferable people. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Thoughts on Velvet Revolver, Southern Falling to Pieces, or top quality tunes? I don't think I've heard them in a long time. Are you aware you have a large gay following? Yeah, I'm aware of that. If more people would love each other, the world would be a better place. Probably, but that's not going to happen. Jason's playing. I don't know about that. That's going a bit far, dude. Mind you, with Slash. I still have a lot of work to get better. What was some of your best overhead press you did military press? I've done 227.5 on camera when I really pushed the overhead press hard. Many of your gay followers came over from an Asian strap on. They probably did. It is what it is. Like, I'm fine with having gay followers. It's not a problem for me. I'm actually not really bigoted. I don't. Internet connection is having. It's the snow. This cold mess with it. All right. Have you ever trained a gay client? Yes. And that's a fair question. Alpha Destiny says he's matured, but he still acts like a Bugenhagen fanboy, forces screams and shit talking. Yeah, pretty much. All right. Anja, to answer your question, well, what did I say at the start of this video? I said there are things I may not like about Thomas DeLauer, but in this case, he's right, and I can appreciate that. So, I mean, you have to look at everyone like that in balance. If a person says something and is correct and it's useful and it's doing good, then you give credit for that, right? You give credit for that, and then you admonish the bad, because everyone's like that, right? Everyone has good and bad. Is Thomas stronger than you? Not that I'm aware of. Hey, Ruger, that's really an inappropriate question, but obviously, no. All right. Coach, would you ever recommend supersetting biceps with squats? No. Thomas was a keto zealot for years, but he transitioned, puts out some solid info now. I didn't know he moved away completely from keto. Which some of your favorite over-the-counter supplements? There aren't many that I use. Fish oil, extra strength fish oil, creatine, protein powder, melatonin. Well, Sean was also an untested powerlifting champion when he was younger, like national level lifter, before he did all the carnivore thing and all that stuff. And it was untested, and he was on plenty of gear. So, you know, I'm not surprised that Sean Baker is still strong. Right? Again, before he did all this carnivore stuff, he was a high-level power lifter. So, of course, he's strong. Right? But that doesn't have anything to do with the diet. Thoughts on Alpha Destiny's sister? If I recall, she was kind of cute. Was he stronger than you? I would need to check, but he was definitely pretty strong. Is kefir all that people are making it out to be? I don't know. What are they making it out to be? It's a good probiotic food. Okay. Alexander, I've never heard of that. Sorry. Alex Leonidas' sister is 25 years younger than me. That's inappropriate. Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. Jesus Christ. A man is not allowed to say that a grown woman is cute. I mean, what is wrong with you, dude? What is your mental malfunction? Literally, a man cannot say that a grown woman is cute. Seriously? Wow. All right. What do you mean, all these guys? I lift more than most of these guys. What are you talking about? So, we have any other actual real questions again? Most of these lifters lift over 500 squat, close to 400 on bench. No, they don't. All these fake natties I've called out. Are you sure about that, Sam? We use knee wraps in it. No, I don't like knee wraps. All right. So I guess we're not going to get any real questions. Thoughts on John Hack? John Hack, arguably one of the GOATs of powerlifting. Guy's insanely genetically gifted, great work ethic, strong, ridiculously strong. Ridiculously strong. I mean, that's really all you can say about John Hack. You said, yes, I work out fasted too. Limitless. I do all my training fasted these days. I prefer it. Kurt Kowalski, again, one of the GOATs. Insanely strong guy. So you do gym, then go do cardio, then you eat. Yeah, pretty much. That's how it works. Kano, I don't know if that's really the case, but we're definitely seeing some of the weird pencil neck, weak, small guys being taken really seriously. Okay. Limitless. I stopped doing cardio over a month ago, so I've done cardio exactly one time this year. I did it today, but I'm going to try to work it back in daily. I was doing it daily for a while. You can ask why, but I'm not going to necessarily answer. All right. Will you be doing weighted walk vest again? Yeah, I did one today. It's up on Facebook. How important is cardio? Is not necessarily about always getting leaner. It's about health and work capacity. If Alex uses straps, does that mean NH uses the other kind? What do you mean? Will you ever bench? Yes, that's going to be the goal. Brandon Lilly versus Eric Lillibridge. Interesting. I'm going to go with Lillibridge on that one. Go with Lillibridge on that one. Well, there's not really much else going on here. We're getting up on an hour. I'm not necessarily a big fan of the cube method. It's okay. I haven't seen it in long enough to really keep up with it. So, yes, I'm going to wind this down. Hope it's been informative. I love all of you guys and gals, and I will talk to you next time. Let me give you guys a forearm shot before we go. Mount Bicephalus. Oh, Mount Bicephalus.